Just one of the guys, Houston Sports Talk, back in that video today, and the Cincinnati Bengals have beaten the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Divisional round, and the Bengals will head to the AFC Championship for a rematch against the Kansas City Chiefs. On the other way, on the other end for the Chiefs, it's their rematch. Ain't really a rematch for the Bengals. I mean, it is a rematch, but the Chiefs are the team that is looking to get revenge. But that AFC Championship game should be a really good game. Cincinnati versus Kansas City. I'm excited. Joe Burrow's been great against Mahomes. He's beaten him 3 times in his career, 2 in the regular season, and then 1 in the playoffs last year in the AFC Championship game. I'm excited for it. I think that should be a great AFC Championship game. But let's talk about this one. And the game will be in Kansas City, not in Atlanta, because if Buffalo won, there would have been a neutral site. But yeah, I'm so excited for that AFC Championship game. But let's talk about the game that we got to see today. Yeah, this was a game where Buffalo really couldn't get it going. I mean, they scored a touchdown in the second quarter and got it back to they really didn't start. We'll go over the scoring summary, and then it will make sense. There were a couple times where Buffalo got back in the game, but they just really didn't. They really didn't feel like the Buffalo Bills today, and they got outplayed by the Cincinnati Bengals, who were the better team. But let's go over the game. So 27-10. Now the Bengals would score 2 touchdowns in the first quarter with a Joe Burrow 28-yard touchdown pass to Jamar Chase. And a McPherson extra point is good, 7-0. Then Burrow would throw a 15-yard touchdown pass to Hayden Hurst, 14-0. Next score wouldn't be till the second quarter with 7 minutes to go. A Josh Allen 1-yard touchdown run. Tyler Bass's extra point is good. So from that point, things are feeling better. You're 14-7. But with 1:49 to go, that lead is now back up to double digits for the Bengals with the McPherson 28-yard field goal, 17-7. First score of the third quarter would be 7 minutes and 42 seconds to go, and it was Tyler Bass for the Buffalo Bills with a 25-yard field goal, 17-10. But then with 1 minute and 18 seconds, next drive for the Bengals, a 6 minute and 25-second drive, had the ball for a long time, 12 plays, 75 yards, a Joe Mixon 1-yard touchdown run to make it 24-10. And that's when the Bills really started to just lose, I'm not going to say lose confidence, but they really just, lost everything. I don't know. But they just started playing way worse. They fumbled the ball. They threw an interception in this game. Just things did not go well for the Buffalo Bills. Then from this, the lead just grows bigger for the Bengals because with 11 minutes and 22 seconds, Evan McPherson would make another field goal from 20 yards this time, and it would be 27-10. So, yeah, this is just not good for the Buffalo Bills. Not a great season that they had. They're going 13-3, and it didn't go well today for them. So, yeah, and Buffalo outplayed them. Cincinnati just outplayed them today, and you could see it. I mean, by just the way that Cincinnati played in this game, and I think, honestly, I know Buffalo beat Kansas City this year. I know they beat Kansas City this year earlier in the season. What was that, week 6 or something? Yeah, it was week 6, I think. I know they beat them. But the way how Mahomes controls the field sometimes, I don't think the Bills would have been able to beat the Chiefs. And I think the Bengals have a real shot to beat the Chiefs. To be honest, I'm kind of leaning towards the Bengals in this AFC Championship game to head to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I think it's going to be a very interesting thing, and we'll see what happens. But let's go over the game leaders real quick. Burrow was 23 for 36 with 242 passing yards and 2 touchdown passes. Josh Allen, the yards are there, but besides that, it was a struggling day for him. 25 for 42, 265 passing yards, and 1 interception. Rushing leaders, Joe Mixon had a great game today. Man, I'm really upset fantasy's over because he did not do this at all this season for me. Just kidding. All right, Mixon, 20 carries, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. Great game by Joe Mixon. This is something that the Bills need to work on and going into next season, and this is the running game. I get Josh Allen has been very good on the run this season, but you know how many times that Josh Allen has been their leading rusher? It's not good, and that's with 26 yards. I know he had a touchdown, 8 carries, 26 yards, 1 touchdown. But if I'm the Bills, I'm drafting, I'm a Longhorns fan. I'm drafting Bijan Robinson this year. He's arguably the best running back in this year's class. And they need some running game besides Josh Allen with 26 yards. I mean, that was their best runner, is your quarterback with 26 yards. They need to get a good running back, and I think it starts with this year's draft with adding in Bijan Robinson. That would be the team that I could see definitely picking up Bijan from the Longhorns. But yeah, so Allen does finish with 26 yards and 1 touchdown on the rushing end, and that was the leading rusher for the Bills. All right, receiving yards, Jamar Chase with an excellent game, 5 receptions, 61 yards, and 1 touchdown. I thought he had 2, he had a second touchdown, but it got called back. Yeah, I remember that. That was when it was 14-7, and when McPherson hit that 28-yard field goal, they threw a shot to Jamar Chase, and he didn't get his feet in. But at first, they ruled it a touchdown. All right, leading receiving yards for the Bills was Dawson Knox with 5 receptions and 65 yards. Let's go to the full box score real quick. So, yeah, I mean, with leading rushing, Singletary, 6 carries and 25 yards. I know he had a long one with 7. Well, to be, if we're going to be totally honest here, the Bills aren't running. They're not a team that runs the ball a lot. I mean, 6 carries. Bijan is a guy who likes to get the ball, so maybe they don't draft him. I don't know. But today in this game, they only handed the ball off to their running back. Only had 11 running plays in this game. So, I mean, who knows? James Cook had 13 yards. When it comes to their running backs, if you take Josh Allen out of the situation, they're 2 running backs today, and 11 carries combined for 37 yards. So that would be one of the number one things the Bills should be working on going into this offseason. I mean, their defense was great this year. Their offense besides today was great, but their run game besides Josh Allen has been awful. So they need to add somebody in. I don't know if it's Bijan Robinson from Texas, but they need to figure that out. I mean, the Bengals' backup running back has almost more rushing yards than both of the Bills' running backs. P. Ryan had 7 carries and 33 yards, and Cook and Singletary had 33. But at the same time, Bengals' running game was very good today. Mixon had 105. P. Ryan had 33. Burrow, I know that's the quarterback, but he had 31, and Jamar had 3. So that they had 172. They were doing great on the run. All right, Hayden Hurst had 5 receptions, 59 yards, and 1 touchdown for the Bengals, and then P. Ryan had 5 receptions, 31 yards, and then T. Higgins had 3 receptions and 28 yards. For the Bills, you got Dawson Knox being the leader, but Singletary had 5 receptions and 38 yards, and Stephon Diggs had 4 receptions and 35 yards, and then Gabe Davis had 2 receptions and 34 yards. No fumbles in this ball game, absolutely none. Tremaine Edmonds was the leader in tackles for the Bills. The Bills had 1 sack in this game, and that was by Matt Milano. And he did have 2 tackles for loss. That was a sack, and then it was another stop on the run. Leading tackles for the Bengals today was Mike Hilton with 8 tackles, and the Bengals had 1 sack as well. That was Von Bell, and had 2 tackles for loss. Von Bell, of course, and then Mike Hilton had 1 as well. The 1 interception that Josh Allen threw was to Cam Taylor-Britt, and there would be no return, so yeah, it was just a plain interception. I think maybe he was out of bounds during the interception. I think it was an interception where he called it going out of bounds. But yeah, I mean, Josh Allen struggled today, threw a pick. The only touchdown they got was a running touchdown. So the Bills just had trouble today. Something that offense was something they were great with all year, and they were not able to capitalize on that today. So tough way to go out for the Buffalo Bills, but it's all right. I think that the Bills will be one of the best AFC teams in the next season. They'll be one of the finest in the AFC. They'll be at the top, but I don't know, with some teams getting better, even possibly Tom Brady coming in the AFC next year, whether if he's going to be in the Raiders or the Dolphins, or if Lamar goes to the Dolphins or the Raiders, there's going to be some teams that in the AFC that get better. I think the Bengals will get better. I think the Chiefs will get better. So the Bills are going to have to get better as well. So tough. It wasn't a tough season for the Bills because they had a great season. They had a wonderful season, but it was a very tough way to go out. But I think that Joe Burrow was just able to do his thing, and so was his Bengals defense, because their defense was on top of it today. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts, and peace out. AFC Championship game, Cincinnati and Kansas City next week at 5:30 in Kansas City. I'm so excited for that game. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know your thoughts on today's game, and peace out.